Anti-Gypsyism refers to the biased, generalized, negative perception of Roma people. Negative emotions such as indifference, threat, fear. Negative intentions such as discrimination, unequal treatment, and hate speech towards them.
The social inclusion of Roma people remains futile if the majority society endorses anti-Gypsyism and opposes their integration. The problem with this social political context is that it enables individual-level anti-Gypsyism as well as institutional levels of discrimination.
Rome is the project of an international team of social psychologists committed to bringing about change in the situation of Roma people and travellers in Europe. Rome has recently published a toolkit about anti-discrimination interventions. It highlights the importance of the social political context and the challenges of applying evidence-based interventions to anti-Gypsyism.
Prejudice reduction methods aim to achieve change at different levels by targeting individual, intergroup, or societal level change. Individual level interventions work with the assumption that prejudice is a result of how we process information. It serves our basic motivation to understand and control our environment. However, as a result, we develop biased perceptions that put us in a more positive light and categorize them as more negative.
Perspective-taking interventions allow us to see the world through the eyes of another person, and it helps us to understand the causes of their difficulties. Counter-stereotypical information makes us realize that members of other groups are not all the same, forcing us to question previously held views about the groups. Changing unconscious bias is effective for people who believe that they are free from prejudice. Learning about the subtle ways hostile emotions and biased information processing can affect our behaviour can lead to motivations for change.
Intergroup level interventions most often involve contact between members of different groups. Positive intergroup contact works because it can reduce anxiety from interacting with members of other groups. It can increase empathy and make us realize similarities while also learning about differences. However, intergroup contact is most effective in the presence of supportive norms. Therefore, they require much more effort to be implemented in segregated and hostile political contexts where they are most needed.
Societal level interventions focus on status differences between groups, injustice in society, values like cultural diversity, and potential for structural and social change. The interventions include awareness-raising programs, or the promotion of the values of diversity, multiculturalism, and human rights. These methods work because participants engage in discussions and create new social norms that guide their behaviour and thinking.
In countries with weaker egalitarian norms and a lack of endorsements of diversity and multiculturalism, such methods can be difficult to implement, maybe even less effective, or possibly backfire.
Therefore, in these contexts, it is especially important to set realistic goals and work with interventions on all three levels and monitor its impact.